Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today we will be making this delicious fettuccine alfredo pasta. It is rich, it is cheesy, it is full of flavor, and I hope you enjoy it as much as I do. So this is just a little pre-preparation that I did for the pasta, and I am using broad fettuccine for this. You can use thinner, lighter, whatever you suits. So grab yourself a capsicum first of all, and you're going to slice it real thin and then dice it real fine into small chunks. And the fettuccine that I talked about, I'm just showing it to you that this is what it looks like, and you want to find one that is good consistency in powder over it so that it doesn't stick. This powder is actually a good thing, so don't mind that powder over your pasta. Now I'm gonna grab myself a skillet that was once non-stick, and it clearly isn't anymore. I added a few tablespoons of olive oil, and to that I have added my finely diced capsicums. Now when you're frying your capsicum, please make sure that you're just lightly frying them. By lightly frying, I mean that when you start to smell the peppers and all of the peppers are coated evenly with a shiny, glossy layer of oil, they're done. And none of the capsicum is going to turn brown, and if you taste them, they will still be crispy. Now, the reason why I keep my vegetables like this is because I'm a strong believer that if you overcook the vegetables, you just get rid of all the vitamins in them. So I rarely overcook my vegetables. I just lightly fry them or I steam them. Now I've added red and yellow peppers as well to add color. If you don't find them, you can just stick with 3 small green peppers, and when they're glazed with oil like this, they're done. You're going to take them out into a container and you will cover it up with a lid. Now the reason why I keep my vegetables covered is because it maximizes the aroma and keeps all the flavors together. Now back to our pot. In this pot, I'm going to add a tablespoon of onion garlic powder or paste, anything that works for you. Now I haven't washed the skillet because again, the flavor of capsicum will be incorporated in the chicken, so I'm not going to change pots. To that chicken, I'm adding seasonings of my choice. Now you can skip the step of having to add multiple seasonings, and you can just use 1 or 2 tablespoons of tikka masala or any masala of your choice. Even biryani masala works. Believe me, it works. I lost my breath, so I had to retake this. Anyways, I'm going to stir the chicken initially to make sure it doesn't stick because I did not add any kind of oil in the pan. I'm just cooking it in the leftover capsicum oil. And then the chicken starting going to what the hell? The chicken will slowly leave some water and it will cook in its own water. You just cover it up for a while, and once the water dries, the chicken's done. On the side, I had my pasta boiling. Now for 500 grams of pasta, you're going to take around 4 to 5 cups of water. You may need more, and into that I've added 3 tablespoons of olive oil and salt. The chicken on the other side is almost done. As you see, it's golden and crispy, and I'm adding it into the same utensil in which I've separated my capsicum. Again, I will cover this up with a lid to maximize the aroma and flavor. Now into the same skillet, which looks dirty but is actually full of flavor, I will start with my sauce. I'm going to add around 2.5 cups of milk initially. You may need more depending upon the flame that you're working with, depending upon the consistency of sauce you need. So into that 2.5 cups of milk, I will be adding milk pack cream, around 4 packets of it. Now you can use cooking cream. It is a better option in a sense that milk pack cream is lightly sweet, so you don't want sweetness in your dish, but cooking cream isn't easily available everywhere, at least not here. So if you find it, use that. Otherwise, I'm making it with milk pack cream to show you that it actually works. Just increase the spices and it's perfect. Now, in order to get the milk pack cream and the milk incorporated, I whisked it so you can see the bubbles. And into that, I have added half a cube of chicken stock. And I've separated a cup of pasta water, and my pasta is almost done. I had it on the other stove. This is what your pasta is going to look like. You don't want your pasta cooked completely. Will be almost cooked. And take your pasta out, rinse it with really cold water, and add 2 to 3 tablespoons of olive oil. This is a trick to make sure that the pasta doesn't stick. And to your sauce, you're going to add red chili, you're going to add dried mint, and you're also going to add a little bit of turmeric. Now this is optional. You can Reduce the amount of turmeric to if you don't want the yellow color to your sauce. Some people don't like it, but I'm fine with it. So anyways, this Parmesan cheese that I just showed you is the magic of this dish. You need to add Parmesan, but please do not do this. I added my Parmesan directly into the sauce. This is going to be a disaster. The entire sauce is clumped up and I had to stain it and remake the sauce. So if you're using powdered Parmesan, make sure you mix it into hot water before adding it directly to your sauce. If you're using grated Parmesan, then you don't have to do that. The sauce was ready and I've added the chicken and capsicum into the sauce. I have decreased the flame and I allow the capsicum oils and the chicken and the sauce flavors to all combine a little. And finally, I will be adding the pasta into it. As you see, the sauce has again started boiling from the corners. I added the pasta into it and I will lightly, very lightly cook this entire yumminess for a minute or two. When you mix in the pasta, make sure that you reduce the flame really low. You don't want this to sog up, and the pasta is almost cooked, so you don't want it to get really gooey. Now, I could eat this straight out of the pan, but for aesthetic purposes, I will plate it into a beautiful, beautiful tray and I will bake this. Since I am baking it, I will add mozzarella cheese on top, but this mozzarella is optional. The entire pasta is delicious on its own. You can completely skip this, but if you choose to bake it, which is again an optional step, do add mozzarella. It just adds deliciousness to it. And once you're done baking, on top grill only so that the cheese crisps up. That is it. All that's left to do is enjoy, have fun, and thank me later. For the written recipe, please check out my Instagram page, like, subscribe, and share. See you next time.